What's going on, Trader Gang? Happy Sunday to you guys. Another week of trading is gone, and another new week is here. This is our Sunday night market breakdown on US30. So we're just going to do a quick recap of the trades that we took over the week, and then we'll go through news, and then we will mark up the charts. So show some love in the chat for any of y'all that pop on. Shout out to my Niners that just won. So super excited about that. It was a close game, but Eagles, y'all are done. Sorry, and we still in this thing. So now we got to beat you got to beat the Seahawks, which is going to be another challenge. But with all the injuries that we've had on the team, and with you know, unfortunately Kittle injured his Achilles. He's out for the year. But I mean, we still remain strong. So bang bang, Niner gang. But all right, let's take a look at the charts. All right, so let's do kind of a quick recap of the trades that we took this week. So nothing crazy. So first trade we took on Monday was a beautiful push to the upside here. Let me fix this real quick. Hold on. One second. All right. So we had a beautiful push to the upside here. Of course, we had some consolidation Friday, so price didn't really move very much. Then at 9 in the morning, so yeah, so right before market open, price broke above, and then we had a nice clear pathway for buys. So of course we caught a nice move. I didn't hold it, but we still caught a nice 1 to 4. And then I took a little piece more of that, so we took almost another 1 to 1. Ended up tapping into a previous supply area, which was right here. So, or this was our previous all-time high actually that we tapped into, and then Tuesday morning we had another nice push up, so we had another nice buy. So price retested that all-time high and continued to blow through it, and then we made a new all-time high. So so that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday, or actually this was Tuesday night. I actually, or Tuesday before market close, I held a position. Ended up going all through the night, and then of course price rejected and came all the way back down to this previous demand zone. So around, what was that, 48,950, I'd say. So we took a nice 1 to 3 on that one, and then what was this, Thursday? We took a loss on this one. So of course we were in profit in the beginning. I think I held this overnight as well. Yeah. So this one, just because I saw just clear path going down, so I was basically continuing with the trend, but I guess price pushed up, ended up going back into profit, and then once market opened, it literally pushed to the upside. So we took an L on that one, and then of course we saw this bullish engulfing candle, obviously that engulfed pretty much everything it did during Asian and London session. So we ended up capitalizing on that for a 1 to 9 risk to reward on there. So that was solid. And then Friday was where we got kind of cooked. So um, in a sense, so we took 2 losses. I took a total of like almost $700 loss. We did make back 200 $285. So so I took a sell position originally, which again I was in profit, but of course price um, respected this demand zone here at the previous all time high and just wicked up nasty, and then ended up pushing up and then kind of just ranged. So I did end up getting into a buy position. So of course we did make back some of our loss, and then of course price was just ranging after that. So of course I closed my trade. So we closed the week with $815. I'll show you guys here. So $815 on the account. So we had the account up to almost 1400 at one point. So but we still ended the week profitable because we started the account at 500. So excuse me, guys. All right. So that's the kind of a recap of the week. So even as of right now, we can see price is starting to sell off. So, but we're gonna go and clear everything out. But first, let's go to news. We do have some news this week. So we have Tuesday, nothing for tomorrow, so we're good there. But Tuesday we do have CPI pre market. So of course 5:30 in the morning, and then Wednesday we have PPI. So PPI, core PPI, core retail sales at pre market also 5:30 in the morning Wednesday. Thursday we have unemployment claims at 5:30. So and then we have a lot of yellow folder news. So I mean, it's just going to be a lot of just a lot of volume in the market. So we just got to make sure we're on the right side of it. And then Friday, again, nothing really. So, but again, we still just got to watch out how the market's going to move. But again, the overall trend on US30 is bullish. So this kind of sell off right now is just probably a minor pullback. So we'll go on the weekly. So we can see here pretty much the whole week. The whole week last week ended up super bullish. So of course we blew past all the previous candles. So I mean, even on the higher time frame, we made what was that? So from the bottom to the top. I mean, geez, 1,353 pips. So that's a huge candle. So right now, we could be having a pullback. So who knows? Even though we are bullish, price could come down and retest a previous weekly high all the way down here, possible. So or it could just blow through it. So, but we just got to watch out for that. So let's clear everything out. I'm just gonna leave just because I don't want to clear everything out. I'm just gonna leave the new all time high here. I'll get rid of that. And then we'll mark everything up nice and clean. Get rid of all this. Okay. So I'll get rid of the entries that I had all here later on. But so we have an all time high of 49,620, 90. So that's our all time high. So we want to mark up our previous weekly high and low. So previous weekly is already the new all time high right here. So actually, I'll get rid of this. Never mind. We'll just do it clear because we want to mark up the previous weekly high and low. So we're going to mark up here. So obviously the high was 49,620.90. So previous weekly high. want to mark that purple. And then we got the previous weekly low right here. All right. So we'll just keep that like that. All right. So we got previous weekly high, previous weekly low. So we can mark that up. So we'll go down to the daily just so we can kind of mark this up so it's a little bit clear. We'll box it. So I'll do it right to that previous wick right there. So we got that area, and then I go from the body to the wick. So right here. So we'll see if this ends up creating a range. So if we end up respecting this new supply zone, so price could push down here and pull all the way down to here. So or even possibly here. So some just to keep this super clean, some areas that we can mark up again or some lows. Let's see, even on a 4 hour could look clearer too. So right here we got an area. So this could be a possible demand zone. So 48,828, we'll do zero 0.5. So here I'm just gonna put the actual price in there like that. And again, that's an area that we can mark up. So this is on the 4 hour. See, it should be here. There we go. So what was that? Yeah, we can keep that price. Yeah, so we'll do 48,813. So I usually like more round numbers. So like 15 would be more ideal because that could be a psychological number. So actually, let's do that. I like more of those psychological numbers. Okay. So we got that area right here. And then we could have another possible area right here. This was a previous supply area, now turned demand. So price could easily tap that and possibly go back up. Okay. So we got another area right here. So when we go on a lower time frame, like if we go to like the hour, we can see we have some areas here that price can possibly retap back into. So because we have an area all the way down here as well. So, but again, if we look, we're still making higher lows and higher highs, or higher highs and higher lows. So this is what we have to pay attention to also. So it makes it a little bit clearer on the 4 hour. So just taking a path, we can see here. So I'll just go from here. Previous weekly low. So price pushed up, we came down, pushed back up, rejected, ended up pushing back up. We rejected again, came back up, and now we're rejecting. So price could tap into this area right here and end up pushing right back up and um, possibly creating another new all-time high. So that's what we have to look at because again, we have to look at trend also. So trend, we can see here, trend is still bullish. So we have to pay attention to that. Unless price breaks below here, then we could see like a market shift, to where a lot of sellers are going to come into the market and continue to keep pushing price down. But I firmly believe like price is going to continue to push up. So, we still want to be able to capitalize on the pullbacks and the push up. See how much movement we get on, of course, those time frames because we trade on the 30-minute, obviously. So on the 30-minute, we can see this is what we're looking at. So price could easily come down here, tap into this area, respect it, and then push up. So because I don't believe price will push all the way down here. I mean, it could, because I mean there is liquidity down here because we already took out liquidity on on Friday. So price could come all the way down here, take out this liquidity, and then continue back up, or continue all the way down here and take out last week's previous low. So that could be a possibility. Also, we could possibly see sells, but the overall trend is bullish. So, like, if we were to do kind of like a top-down analysis, so to speak, obviously we can see that we're still bullish here. So this would be bullish. The daily is still clearly bullish, even though, of course, we're consolidating a little bit here. So, but again, we're still bullish. And then on the 4 hour, we're kind of ranging. So we have to see price break below here or below here, and then we can definitely see some sells going forward. So me personally, we possibly could see sells at market open tomorrow morning if price just kind of ranges here through the night, and then once market opens, it ends up just pushing to the downside. So, but we'll see. So, but that's pretty much it for the market breakdown. Kind of short and sweet because we're only doing one pair now. But I'm excited. So again, for you guys that are following me on my Instagram with this $500 to 10K challenge, we're at $815 on the account. So the goal is to get it back up above, um, $1,000 obviously, and possibly we can hit that $1,500 mark. But again, we're just going to keep taking these base hits and just following the process because the whole point is process over profits, managing our risk, sticking to our rules. So, like, my rules for myself is really no more than two trades. But if I do end up taking a third trade, like, that's it. Like, I don't go past three trades. That's it. So, and I'm managing my risk. So, I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow. So if you guys want to follow and trade with me live tomorrow morning, we will be on the charts 10 minutes before market open right here on my YouTube channel live. So come trade live with me. And yeah, let's continue to grow this account, guys. So I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of the evening. Let's get these profits next week. And I'll see you guys on the charts. So tap in with me tomorrow morning, 10 minutes before market open, right here on my YouTube live. All right, y'all. Peace.